Greetings and salutations, my friends. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, for he is a moron. How are you today, my friends? My dudes, my bros, my home slizzles. It's good to see you boys. Hope you're having an amazing day. I know I am. I threw up a video early this morning. I made it while I got so rudely interrupted by my 3-year-old who interrupted my workout this morning. That was amazing. What are you doing? Yeah, that was amazing. But, you know, it is what it is, right? So, we're back with some more Dragon Age the Failguard. Yes, indeed. I'm actually having some fun. As the title says, the copium is real. It absolutely is 100% real, and I am enjoying the hell out of it. I mean, relatively speaking, of course. It's still one of those things where it's like the dialogue still feels like it's talking to me like I'm a child, but, you know, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? I feel like I'm having a little bit of fun with it. I'm actually enjoying the exploration the most, I think. It's actually kind of weird. Excuse me for burping. It's actually kind of weird. I'm still trying to finish off my soda. But so I'm having a huge amount of fun running around. Yesterday, I've got 40 hours in the game now, and I'm not even halfway through it. And the reason is, you know, I go slow. That's number one. But number two, I spent all this time exploring and unlocking stuff, and some of the puzzles are not nearly as easy as people claim they are. They are a bit much. They're not that difficult, but the thing I think that's bothered me the most about the exploration is that some parts of the levels are blocked off, and you can't reach them until later, and it doesn't make it explicitly clear. So I spend like 15, 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes running around trying to think, am I just being a retard? Am I just stupid? Am I not figuring out this puzzle? And then it's like, no, I've like literally done every option I can think of. So either I am retarded, which I kind of am, but no, let me rephrase. Either I am an idiot, which I claim I'm not, or I can't access this yet. And that's pretty much what's going down. So on that note, my friends, it's time, once again, to join together in the most glorious of kumbayas by grabbing your cup, your mug, or glass. Perhaps you have a tankard, chalice, or a stein, maybe a canteen, jug, or flask, a vessel of any kind. You fill it with your favorite fluid. That's right, it's the morning coffee. It's deliciously, magnificently waifu made. And join me now, friends, for the gloriousness, the stupidosity, the absolute awesome sauceness that is the simultaneous sip. And it's happening right freaking now. Go! Cheers, baby. That is my second cup of the day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really need to fix the freaking flag. I think I just need to make it smaller and put it in the corner. Put it in that corner. So, anywho, you need to do blah, 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 blah. Let's go. Are you ready? I'm so ready for this. So ready. Hopefully you guys can hear me well enough. I did move my mic ever so slightly. So, I also did this yesterday. So I've swapped back over to this mainly because this wasn't doing it for me. I was running through, and that thing was doing like 100 damage when an enemy dies. You know what I mean? I was just like, nah, let's not do that. So I got this, and look at that, 10% ultimate generation. I got some new unlocks on the on this stuff. 250 health on that bad boy. Oh, so good. We also got a healing belt that I upgraded. Siphon life, and we got siphon duration. Duration ability and the stagger from it. It also has 25% ultimate damage on it. 25% area ability damage. Like, I might actually have to turn the difficulty up because they might just start melting. And then duration ability damage. We've got added necrotic damage on this bad boy. I don't like the stats on it, but it's my most damaging staff. So, and it's necrotic damage, which I want. And then we've got this bad boy. Arcane bomb trigger damage by 20%. Triggering an arcane bomb now also staggers enemies around your target and gain 250 HP on triggering an arcane bomb. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. I have 1500 HP, by the way. Yes. Does it say it here? Health, yeah, 1580 right there. Right there, boys, right there. My resistances kind of suck. But my damage, weak point damage is at 100%. Ability stagger is 45. Ability damage is 45. Advantage duration, that's buffs, essentially what that is. Area ability, basically every one of my abilities is an area ability. So 25% damage on all my abilities. Duration ability damage, I got 2 of those. 2 of my abilities are that. I don't understand why they limited you to just 3 abilities when every other Dragon Age game has like fully stacked out. Like Dragon Age 1, you have an entire bar, and then you can build another bar, and it's just like you could have every ability you ever have on there. You don't have that many overall, unless you're usually a mage, because they get all the cool spells, right? So yeah, like limiting to 3 is just, it just feels dumb. But you know, whatever. You don't have that much mana anyway, which is just kind of like retarded to me, but whatever. They've also changed how basically every spell costs 2 mana, or costs 100 mana essentially, because 50 mana is 1 dot. So yeah, it's kind of meh. Yeah, it's kind of meh. This doesn't cost mana; it's just a cooldown. And funnily enough, it's supposed to also be necrotic damage now too, because I have a skill that is supposed to convert area abilities now deal necrotic damage. It also increases this and applies necrosis. Oh, it actually shows it. Look, ability stagger. That's cool. Does it show it on this one too? It does not. How about this one? 50% armor damage. And this one is 75% stagger. Oh yeah, that's right. You can enchant your abilities too. I forgot about that. Yeah, so it just shows the enchantment. Yeah, so this should be, because it is an area and a control ability, it should be necrotic, but it's not, and I don't know why. Like, would it convert meteor into one? Who knows? I don't really care. You know something else I found out? Having a party full of mages sucks. It sounds really cool, but the problem is that the way the game is designed, mages apply weakened, detonate sunder. That's essentially, and maybe apply overwhelm in some cases like me. I can apply overwhelm with lightning if I choose to. And if you look at Nev, it's the same thing. Detonate sunder, and she has an ability to apply weakness. Yeah. So, is it that one? Yeah, apply weakness. And that's what my skills do. We look at, that's overwhelm. That doesn't do anything. It just does area of effect damage. I really liked it. But honestly, the Necromancer one is better. It just is. Dark Squall was also cool too. Like detonate sunder, which I can do. But if I want to do necrotic, that applies weaken, detonate sunder. Right? That applies weaken, detonate sunder. Applies weaken. Overwhelm. Let's see, where's the other one? That applies overwhelm as well. And detonate sunder. Yeah, so I can't detonate overwhelm, nor can I detonate weaken. Which is fine. It's just one of those things where it feels like it's really meh because of it. So basically, if you want to have like a fully fleshed out DPS smorgasbord of a party, you need to have Darvin in your group at all times, and then basically Harding. As a mage, if I have other mages, it limits my ability to do combos. Whereas if I have Harding and Darvin, right? She applies Sunder. He detonates Overwhelm. Darvin detonates Weaken, which I apply. And applies Overwhelm, which she can detonate. And he also has Battle Cry, which is a taunt. And this is like one of the fucktarded things I think that is really dumb about this game. Beyond all the other stupid shit that everybody says, this is like a failing of the actual RPG mechanics in the game. Is that, by the way, I really do like Battle Cry. Because eventually you can get it to where when you're at low health, it triggers. Not only that, he has an ability right here. Attack my target applies taunted. So if I tell him to attack a target, it taunts them. How cool is that? And I mean, it sucks because I have a better shield. Because it's got more stagger and all that other shit. But, you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. I'll eventually get it leveled up. Anyway, so my point is that the thing that really is stupid is that every other Dragon Age had multiple warriors. Dragon Age 1 had Alistair as your main tank, right? He's the default tank. Sten was also a tank, and you also got the dwarf dude. I can't ever remember his name because I didn't like him very much. And I always got him last anyway. He was the Paragon dwarf lady's wife. Or no, he was the Paragon dwarf lady's wife. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Technically her husband, but you get what I'm saying. And I think I'm gonna make a video about how Dragon Age of the Failguard is not an actual RPG. It's an action RPG only. And mainly because, well, one, the characters, two, the fact that your decisions that you make are like lackluster as hell, like they're like almost non-existent. And there is no real choice in dialogue because no matter what you do, the same thing always happens. The choice is never really yours to affect it. It's only in how you respond to it, which is not really an RPG thing. Hey, what's up, Mrs. Tango? How you doing? So yeah. And in Dragon Age 2, you had multiple warriors. And the thing about it is that you could respec those warriors into tanks. Now, it was actually hard, depending on when you got your third warrior. It was kind of hard because you were probably, higher level when you finally get him. And so I don't believe there was a respec in the game until later, unless you used console commands or something like that. I remember being able to do it. It's just I remember you having to like jump through some non-game hoops to be able to do it. But the point is that if you wanted to have Sten in your party instead of Alistair as your main tank, you could, because he was a warrior and he had the warrior skill tree, and you could just give him taunt. And give him all the warrior abilities that happen. In Dragon Age 2, you could do the same. With Fenris or whatever the fuck his name was. And then in Dragon Age 3, it was the same exact thing. Iron Bull could be respec'd to be a tank. Now, they each had different specializations. That's absolutely true. So they couldn't specialize. Like, you couldn't specialize Sten into being a Templar, right? Or Alistair into being the specialized Berserker two-hand warrior shit. You couldn't specialize Iron Bull into being the Bulwark. And you couldn't specialize Cassandra into being a Ravager or whatever the fuck it was, the Berserker thing that Iron Bull was. You couldn't do that, but you could spec them basically into being a tank or being a two-hand warrior or being a dual wielder. Those are things you could do. Dragonfire. Burning all enemies. Applies overwhelm. Deals high stagger. Oh, she does have a taunt! I take back what I just said. The thing I will say is that they didn't start you with one of these characters. So that was the other thing I was going to say. So I was wrong. There it is. There it is. Oh my God. And she's got a detonate weaken. Of course she's got the proper detonates. Let me see. And she's got applies overwhelm too. Nice. Okay. So I was wrong. She's still dual wielding, so she doesn't have a shield. And unless she has a weapon that also does it, it probably is not going to be as good. But I stand corrected, 100%. So, what is it called? Dragon's Roar? Yeah, she actually does get a taunt. Good job, guys. I'm actually impressed. 10% more damage, 50 health per second, duration. You get on hit, you gain deflect. Affected enemies when gain 1 stack. Okay, so it doesn't have an ability to stack outside of just casting it, which is probably one of the things I dislike the most about the ability system. And it's because the game was built around it for some reason. Where every time you cast this is like Mass Effect. Every time you cast an ability with your companions, they all go on cooldown based on the cooldown that this has. So when it says 48-second cooldown, what that means is that you can't cast another spell until 48 seconds is gone. And I find that ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But I am actually happy that she does have a taunt. I did not think she did. So I was mistaken on that. And it's just, I will say that all of them do seem to, okay. So that takes that completely away. All right, so there you go. How about that? Doesn't mean I like her anymore. Well, it doesn't. So let's go see what Emmerich has to say. And, you know, I hear a bunch of people giving Emmerich shit about being, you know, a basic bitch. And I'm like, but I like Emmerich. Why are you hating on my boy? Why? Why are you hating on my boy? Why does this sound so quiet? Okay, let's we turned it up there. Hopefully it doesn't blow out the speakers.
Ah, Rook. Care to join me on a visit home?
Time for the old grave rituals?
Yes, the memorial gardens need tending. I could use a fellow watcher's company.
Wait. So I've almost finished the quest for tracking down the demons out in the world to get into the room inside the necropolis. And I got one last one to do, and I have to go to the warden area to do it. And I wanted to save that one for the stream because I went to the warden area and I spent like 10 minutes talking to the 2 warden guys. And I'm like, oh my God, I really need to save this for the stream. I'm trying to save interesting shit for the stream and just doing the running around stupid exploration stuff that I do on my own. Because it's not very engaging, like for a stream. I find it captivating because I can watch all the political YouTube videos I can stand and then just zone out while I'm running around killing shit.
Usually have to dodge traps and fight spiders to see this much old elven stuff. Talk to Isabella if you want to sell any of it. She'll get you a good deal.
Spoken like a veteran treasure hunter.
Yep. For gold and glory. The lords make runs no one else can. Isabella's undies would catch fire if she saw all this.
No stealing, okay. So what do you do?
So why do the Lords of Fortune care enough about dragons to have a dedicated dragon hunter?
Lots of great old crap ends up in dragon hordes.
Why do dragons care about gathering treasure? It's not like they go to the market.
Dragons like metals and gems. Anything glittery catches their eye.
So they're like really large magpies?
Kinda. And they live for centuries. Lots of time to gather a bunch of shiny crap. Plus all the gear carried by idiots who thought they could kill a dragon.
You know, it's like I said earlier at the stream, I do agree that some of the stuff that's going on in this game and in the writing is bad. But I really think that a lot of people don't give the characters enough leeway with the fact that, okay, we know the writing is bad. We know the HR team was in the room every time somebody wrote down something. But there are little bits here and there with Nev and Darvin, with all of them really, where it feels like there is a character in there. It feels like somebody did put love and their soul into the art that they made. Not all of it. Oh God, not all of it. But some of it. Like this line right here is perfect for her to say. And I think the non-binary, B-U-I-N-A-R, is non-binary shit is really so cringe that it's not allowing people to see straight. And I really feel like that is a shame. Because yeah, I can understand why a lot of people don't like the game. As I'm a Dragon Age whore, what can I say? So I love Dragon Age games. I loved Inquisition, even though it was a flawed game. And I think I'm gonna love this one too, to be quite honest. And I wasn't even gonna play it at first because of how bad I thought the reviews were. But I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And the funny thing about it is that Tosh is a child. It feels like she is one. And that actually seems like a good characterization for herself. She's kind of stupid too. This line and how she's talking about all the elvish stuff and how Isabella's panties would drop and all that stuff. Like that is, she's like 13, right? That's just like stuck perpetually at that age. And I don't necessarily think it's because the writers of her character are stuck at 13 and can't go beyond that and can't write better than that. I think a lot of that has to do with the thing that's going on with BioWare and how woke the company is in general. But some of it I can actually feel a character in. And one of the main reasons I say that is because I bond with every character in Dragon Age, with the exception of very few. Blackwell, I hate his guts. He's a lion sack of shit. And the dwarf in Dragon Age Origins, I mean, he's okay, but I'm not okay with drunkards. It's just not a thing I'm okay with. Which is one of the reasons why when I played, what was it, the Outer Worlds, the black lady who was just a drunkard all the entire time, I didn't like her very much either. I don't mind when they make characters alcoholics. It's just I'm gonna immediately dislike them on that alone unless there's more to it than that, right? So if their entire personality is them being an alcoholic, then I'm probably not gonna like them at all. And in Dragon Age 2, the only character I really didn't bond with that much was Fenris. Or Fenrir, or whatever the fuck his name was. The elven slave dude who was your two-hand warrior archetype. And the reason is because he basically just felt one-dimensional. So with the few exceptions, like almost every single character I really bond with, and even the villains I really like. Like the Chantry lady from Dragon Age 2 was a great villain. I loved killing her ass. It was so cathartic. And I loved killing Logan in Origins. And I loved on my next playthrough being an evil asshole and having Logan in my group and telling Alistair to fuck the fuck off. It was great. Those are memories I will have till the day I fucking die. And I really feel like a lot of the characters don't get a fair shake because of all the woke shit. Because people they get so turned off by it, they don't give the rest of the characterization that the characters get. They don't give it a chance. And it really saddens me because playing it like I have off stream, even on stream, I can tell somebody put their heart into this. Somebody put their soul into this art. The voice actors especially are doing a damn good job. And almost all the reviews I see calling it woke and all this other stuff, I mean, they're not wrong when they do shit like that, because it is, and it's in the worst way possible. But because of that stuff, it feels like a lot of them are being blinded to the other characterizations that the characters have. Like, what was it? Endymion was calling Darvin like one of the worst characters in the game because his only character is the damn Griffin. And it's like, yes, but he actually tells you why that is. Like, he explains it. And when you listen to him talk as you're exploring the world, he talks about it more and more and extrapolates on why he is the way he is and why he acts the way he acts. He actually does explain what the fuck he's doing in a story-driven, in-universe way that's not overly off-putting or with modern language. And it really feels like people just aren't giving the rest of the game a chance because of that. And I mean, I don't necessarily blame them. I really don't, because it is something that I can understand pushing a lot of people off, especially if you're like so entrenched in the culture war you can't even see straight. I am too, but I guess I love Dragon Age so much that I can just suck it up, I guess. I don't know.
Bet you deal with a lot of nasty traps during those treasure hunts.
Yep.
What's the most complicated one you've dealt with?
Yep.
Old Elven Armory. Had letters on tiles. Probably supposed to spell out the name of a god or something.
Probably.
I don't read Elven. Found handholds in the ceiling and swung across.
That sounds more like a puzzle than a trap.
Ugh. Puzzles.
I like puzzles. I cheat at puzzles. I like puzzles.
But puzzles give you a chance to test your wits. To prove you're smart enough to beat whoever designed it.
Ugh.
I ran into one while traveling with Varric. It had these 3 poles with sets of different size rings on 2 of the poles.
And you had to move the rings over to the 3rd pole? And the rings had to be sized right and crap?
Yes. You've seen it.
That thing is Vashadon.
I'm pretty sure that means shit. Have fun, no stealing.
Feel free to use the ancient elven artifacts for weight training, but nothing leaves with you, okay?
Don't worry about that. The Lords of Fortune aren't thieves.
I mean, aren't you, though?
Nah. Anything we hunt is salvage. Old forgotten ruins and crap. And we make sure we're not screwing over a culture that lost it. That's what my mother does with the Kunari stuff.
I mean, that's fair enough, but that's very progressive of you. I praise the game, I give it a little bit of a chance, and as soon as I fucking do, Tosh opens her fucking mouth.
So, your mother appraises Kunari artifacts the Lords of Fortune find?
Yeah. She tells them how rare something is, how much it might be worth. Also tells them if they found something cultural.
Cultural?
Everything is cultural.
You know, important. Stuff you don't want going to some rich noble's collection. The Lords send that stuff back to the Kunari in Parvalin. They pay the Lords a finder's fee.
That's extortion! And corruption?
Just a finder's fee?
Yep.
But the Lords at the top could be charging anything for these artifacts and you wouldn't know.
I know what happened to the last Lord who bled a contact. That's enough. The Lords are good people. They helped my mother when she came here from Kantar. She got here with nothing but me and the clothes on her back. The only skill she had was Kunari history. The Lords gave her work.
How does the Ravani Royal Guard feel about the Lords of Fortune?
They used to complain about us. But that was before the Antam invaded Ravane.
And now Ravane sees the benefits of having a bunch of heavily armed people on their side.
Same for the Pirate Armada. It's bigger than Ravane's official navy. But we're also helping save old artifacts. The Antam are burning ruins as they move south.
Yeah,
We get
burning
artifacts out before
things is
the
bad.
Antam destroy them. Magical stuff. Cultural stuff. Stuff you don't want to lose.
Fair enough. I'm still just like... Okay, rest up.
Get some rest. We'll be in the thick of it soon enough.
Okay, I was gonna go back to Ravane later. Got a thing to do for my mother. You can come along, if you want.
Do I need
Like
to
I
be
said,
ready for combat?
13.
Or traps?
Nah.
Alright. Just let me know when.
You know, I was thinking about just doing the main story of the game and not worrying about any of the characters, and it's like, the more I play the game, the more the more I like them. I can't help it. Help me. Help. Help me. It's got its claws in me.
Hey, you heard of the Hall of Valor? It's a fighting arena with the Lords.
Interesting.
Just tell me when you're ready.
Wow, that was bad. Okay, let's go. It really does feel like I heard that this game was supposed to be like a multiplayer drop-in, drop-out kind of thing. I can see it, dude. I can actually see it, man. Like, some of the dialogue is just, like, so stilted. Holy shit. What do we have here?
You cannot do this, Alganan.
Could you
swore
stop
that we
doing
would give
that?
up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evanuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mythal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid. They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
Is that it?
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dreadwolves.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods. Well, mine and Davrin's.
Anyone see anything in that memory we can use?
Elgranon was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solus, furious at Elganon's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mythal. She was keeping the peace.
Mythal and Solus were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mythal, and there were wolf statues everywhere.
Then she sides with Elgranon over him. A betrayal.
Yeah, no wonder he was pissed.
It sounded like Solus was loyal to Mythal. What did Elganon call him? Mythal's lapdog? And then she grabs power alongside Elganon instead of standing for her principles. I'd be angry too.
Angry enough to start a rebellion?
Why did she
That's not
disapprove?
how he'd see it. He didn't destroy the world. Elganon did. Solus did what he considered necessary to stop him.
My man.
Solus would try to justify what he did, but he'd also blame himself for what happened.
True, true.
Perhaps these murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solus wishes to forget.
His regrets. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Ooh.
Why are we worried about Solus? He's trapped.
Right.
Might need to poke him.
But the Dreadwolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile,
Girl speaks
keep
the
your
truth.
eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solus would have kept it in his hideaway. It'd be nice to get inside his head for a change.
Right? Fuck yeah, dude. The one thing I do wish is that there was more Solus in this game. In Inquisition, Solus was one of my favorite characters. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of pissed when he turned out to be a bad guy, and I kind of called it in the beginning. I was like, I had a feeling. I had a fucking feeling when he started talking about all the shit that he had seen that Solus was gonna betray everybody and and end up being a bad guy. I had the feeling. All right, I'm gonna be right back. Stand by. Ugh. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Alright, so as you can see, our quest is to find the demon of Hossenberg. which we will go do here in just a minute. Is there anybody else that has a quest for us to snitchity snatch? I do love the fact that it tells us when they have shit to talk. I really like that. Let's go talk to Imbric. I mean, I do find it weird because I am actually enjoying almost all of the characters. I don't like Balara.
The view of the Fade here is marvelous. I can't believe this room wasn't taken.
Is that it? I mean, it's pretty much a buttload of nothingness over here, bro. What are you talking about? Whee! That was cool. So apparently they don't have much to say, but you know. What are you gonna do? Yeah, it doesn't look like there's too much going on there. Alright, let's go see what Dude Bro's got. Dude Bro! Is it just more rock, paper, scissors? Yep. Cool, bro. Cool, bro. You lose! Get wrecked! Woo! Alright. Alright, so let's check out our enchantment stuff, because I got more of it, and I forgot that I could enchant my abilities. Yeah, here we go. So at rank 7, we get more stuff. Okay, so what does this one have? Ability stagger. That's what that one's got. %75% stagger. I don't actually know what that means. Right? Because ability stagger versus yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not actually sure at all. So how about we just do this? Can I not put? Let's put ability crit on it. Oh, you can't put that on there. Huh. I wonder why. Yeah. You can't put 75% stagger on the others. That's kind of weird. Maybe it's because it's a different type. Ooh. Ooh. That's going to be nice. That's going to be nice. Okay. And two-hand. It's 2/3. 166. Damn, all the rest of my staffs suck ass, dude. I mean, I guess I could level them up, like the fire staff. Let's upgrade the fire staff. Right. So if I select this and I'll level it up, it's still only 171 damage. It's because I don't have a better one. Yeah. Mainly I'm doing it in case I run into somebody who's like resistant to necrotic and I actually need it. So that's what I'm doing that for. And let's upgrade. See, that's a level 5. That's a level 4. What are we here? We're level 6 on my arcane orb. That's 153. That's 216. 179. 25% barrier. We'll go. I guess we'll just do this one. 20% barrier with low health. It's got some serious fucking stagger on it, man. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and level it up for now. Yep. And that should be all I need for that. All this does... What's up, Wolf? Greetings and salutations, my friend. Good to see you, bud. It's unfortunate. Leveling this up only increases the healing. That's actually really all it does, so... That's the sad panda right there. That's the sad panda.
I will answer.
We should enchant them as well. Right? So we'll go with... Which one was it? So that's the one we've already got. And then the fire one has 20% armor damage. Is that what I want on it? Agile attack damage. I don't know what agile attack means. Final attack. Charged attack. I do use the charge attack. The armor damage is probably good enough, though. I hate that I keep doing that. Alright, and we'll also put one on this. Ranged attack damage. Cold. Final? Charge? Stagger? Weapon damage? We'll do weapon damage. Yeah. Alright. Okie dokie. I do kind of like the enchanting system. It's not half bad. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I do like the fact that I could just alter every single one of my things. What up, Home Slice?
Carving monsters, huh? Didn't figure you for an artist.
This? It's by necessity. If you know your enemy, their weak spots, maybe you live another day.
I prefer big weapons.
Well, you could just bring along a really big sword.
Only if you know what to do with it. You hit a rageling in the flank, you'll just send him into a frenzy.
And these will help.
Standard bestiaries are always some mage drawing things they've never seen, taking the piss out of it. They don't understand how when the hunt ends and you come nose to nose with an ogre, someone's going to die. So I'm making the real Monster Hunter manual.
Just spell my name right. That's great.
What are you doing it for?
Balmor, that imbecile in Tebinter, lecturing on things he doesn't know about. And Ludric over in Rivain thinks taking a rock wraith down with a lucky shot makes him a champion.
What do you care? Jealous?
Of course not. I just think the experts should have some actual expertise. Tosh could learn a thing or two.
Ouch.
I get it. She knows dragons. But what about fighting a Sylvan or a Dartmonger? Don't tell me I'm using the wrong blade.
Yeah, just spell my name right.
Just remember, it's spelled R-O-O-K. The hero who took down the gods.
That chapter's going to be mine.
Where's the Gloom Howler?
Can't carve it till I know what it is. You want a piece of the Howler, boy?
Is he ready?
Was I ready the first time I fought a Hurlock?
Well, you're still alive.
I got my ass handed to me. Broke 4 ribs and cracked my jaw. Then I got back up and drove a blade through its skull. In this line of work, Asan and I are only as strong as the quarry we hunt.
Makes sense. You'll learn to fight by fighting.
I don't know another way. Out there in the world, you sink or swim.
Can a half-lion, half-eagle swim?
Don't know. Asan?
Which half was that?
Search me. Both halves share the same stomach.
Right. See you around.
Yeah, And another thing is that I've only seen a handful of disapprovals too, which is kind of weird. But you know, it is what it is. All right, now let's see what my favorite Ravanian has to say. The accent gets me, dude. It's because I liked God, I can't remember his name. Zevran so much.
Well, it's all as you left it.
Close enough. I think the caretaker's been tidying up. Rook, now's not the best time to chat. Let's talk later.
Later then.
Cool. And last but not least, Wizard Lady. What's up, girl?
You're up late.
You're awake to notice.
Can't sleep. I know. I'm awake to ask.
I sleep when I can get it. And this place, it's too quiet for that.
Can't trust quiet here.
Way too quiet. And peaceful. Who knows what's hiding in the walls? Seriously. Okay, what works then? How do you sleep?
I don't know. Chase the right bastard through the wrong ritual? It'll knock you right out. Of course, you might wake up with a new accessory.
Nice. What happened to that bastard?
Did you get the bastard?
Yeah. I got him. It's not the quiet. I never could sleep once work gets in my head. But what's got you up at night?
My own bad dreams, yeah.
My dreams have been...
necromancy, baby.
less than good. Guess there's a lot on my mind.
Can't imagine why. Restlessness catches. Get one person in a room nervous, the whole place twitches. One person can't sleep. It's only getting later. Get out while you can.
I mean, I think I'm going for Harding, pretty much, is all it goes for, so... I mean, we could... yeah, fuck it.
And if it's already too late?
Don't tell me you're a lost cause.
I might be.
I know the feeling.
Who the fuck thought that was flirting? Okay, so I might have been a little bit too gracious. Apparently, the person who wrote that was 13 years old. So, what is this? Okay, can we do another one? Can we do another memory while we're here? I do appreciate the fact that it definitely it shows you when there's new when there's new stuff to talk about. Does Varric have one? Varric does not have one. He does. But I think it's just you can interact with them. That's not an actual thing. Alright, we're gonna check this one. Uno mas. Uno mas! Uno mas ahora. I knew it!
Another between the facing gods.
To be fair, it's not Aurora. That means now. It's tiempo, I think. Time. Uno más tiempo. Would it be tiempo más? Wouldn't be tiempo más, would it? No, I don't think it would. Waits for another helper awaits above between the facing gods.
I'll do this without a wisp.
Another help. Let me read it again. Another helper awaits above between the facing gods. Between the facing gods. Above, between the facing gods. So... I would assume it doesn't mean there. I think it means outside, up top. Between the facing gods. There it is, baby. Come here, buddy. Let's go, son. Whee! I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. We're totally getting it done. I knew there was another secret in here. I knews it. Gimme, gimme, bitches. Let's go. Okay, here we go. I didn't expect it to be a fucking portal, that's for sure. Ooh, where is me? Okay, alright. We're in Bizarro World. Is that it? Just this stuff? We got collect. On leaving the lighthouse. Scouter now. The great enemy has vanished, but so has the Dreadwolf. After rebellion, there is a cry for reconciliation, not only with those we fought, but those who stood aside and now must justify their passivity. Okay. Oh, we also got some missives from our dudes. From the fight in the south. Oh, this is from the Inquisitor. Though the circumstances promoting our meeting were perhaps not what either of us would have chosen, I'm glad we did meet. I heard of you from Varric, of course, and Harding spoke and continues to speak highly of you. However, the greatest vote of confidence came from Morrigan. She's always had a knack for spotting those who might shift the foundations of the world, even if they don't know it yet. Like, bro, you knew Morrigan for like 2 days before she like helped you save the world. What the fuck are you talking about? So it was she who suggested we meet, and as always, heeding her counsel proved to be the wisest decision. Unfortunately, I send grim tidings. The echoes of Solus's ritual and the escape of the gods ring across the south, and the smell of war is heavy in the air. In Orlais, a splinter faction of the nobility has made common cause with the Ventori and launched an assault on both the royal forces of Orlais and the border keeps of Ferelden. Antom, corsairs harass shipping out of Ostwick, and in the far southern wilds, blight has emerged once more. Darkspawn in great numbers have been spotted near the ruins of Ostagar. But I told you to leave the south to me, and I stand by that. I share this news not to ask for help, but to remind you that you and your people are not alone. The gods stir up in the greatest evils in Theodas, yet its people stand stalwart and resolute. Take care of the gods in the north, and I'll make sure the south handles itself. And when this is all over, we'll drink to victory. First round's on me. Yours, the Inquisitor. That's awesome. Treviso is blighted worse than we thought. Any hope of seeing it was even under occupation. The markets, the cafes, the people is lost, and still the Antom try to claim what survives. I have responsibilities to my house, my family to fulfill. Zara knows where we are distracted. After all, I will return. Whatever else, the Demotion will not break its contracts. Update on Gus. Thank you again for figuring out what happened to Tamor and Oris. Gus is adjusting a life without them, I think. We found a Nug, and we saved him from the Darkspawn. He still screams as if trying to remove Oris's old backpack from his hutch. You never heard a Nug scream? It's bone-chilling. Things have been terrible lately, but having Gus around helps. That's great. Follow up on the Snake Nest. The Snake Nest owner, everything he did for the demonic deal, he thought it would save his kid. After we found Linus, I asked around. Linus had been raising Reggie alone. I didn't want the kid to be left to fend for himself. Before the end, Linus sent Reggie to stay with a friend. The friend wasn't expecting the arrangement to be long-term, but they're willing to give a kid a home. The news wasn't easy to break, but he has people looking out for him. I didn't find evidence of demons around or lingering blood magic on Reggie. The demon's interest in the family appears broken for now, but the Shadow Dragons will keep an eye out just in case. Thank you again for helping me. Quillion, the Shadow Dragon healer, says I'm well mended. We've worked together on map routes to the Blighted Catacombs. We have a few more wardens have arrived as well. Between the Grey Wardens and the Shadow Dragons, we're cleared up. We're all in this together, all over Theodos. The Blight or Blights will be stopped. Excellent. If Venturi returned to plunder, signed with complicated, impenetrable sigil. Seal of the Moor Marchers. You have driven despair from the shrouded halls for this. You have our thanks. Hunt them as you will. Oh, that's cool. Sweet. That's from the shrouded undead dude. That's cool. So Watcher Myrna from the Vault. We thank you again for cleansing our Vault of the Beloved. Ceremonies we have not been able to perform for decades have been renewed now that the malignant spirits cannot manifest within. A few of our fellow Watchers have also begun rites, in fact. And we have some minor trouble at first, but I am told their piacular offering was successful. But I'm told, yeah, the vault statues have ceased bleeding from their eyes. Well, that's cool. What we're going to do right now is I am going to look up what the fuck that word means. So it's P-I-A. Piacular. It's an adjective that derives from the Latin blah, 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 meaning or pertaining to atonement. Oh, okay. Used to describe actions or offerings that require atonement or explanation, often in religious or moral context. Okay. Also describes something that serves to atone for sins or wrongdoings, such as sacrificial offerings. That's cool, man. All right, sweet. Now we know. Writing from Navarra. Okay, sweet. All the missives are done. Yay. All right, let's go. With the fucking white! Stop it! Damn it!
Dweller, it is whole. Restored.
Workshop upgrades discounted. 500 caretaker power. Sweet. Now that is cool. Dude, the fade to white shit is killing me, bro.
The fires are lit.
We still got 700 and some to go. That's great. I love how I just upgraded everything and then I get a discount. Isn't that grand? That's great. Wunderbar. Wunderbar! Now here's an interesting question. If I were to say track this, just search for him in the crossroads. Really, Varric? Now you have something to say to me? Everybody apparently does. I guess you can interact. Oh, is it because I redid the thing? I really don't want to run back around. I really don't. Emmerich, Tosh. There it is. That's the one I want. All right, let's go. We're gonna go to the crossroads, and we're probably gonna unlock a new place, and we're gonna do a memory. We're gonna go with both of them because I like them.
I've hunted monsters and killed darkspawn, but this place, it's beyond me.
I feel you, bro.
3 seals here. They look more powerful than